Hey guys, Jet Scott here doing a quick video just showing you some funky cool stuff with my Javelin, doing some simple modifications. So let's go take a look at her. So what we're dealing with here on the original 343 AMC is you have, let me grab it, you have this little PCV breather, basically tank case breather. Pipes all back through, and that goes back up in the air cleaner. However, the air cleaner piece is bigger than that one. So this has been sitting right here and lets oil and moisture leak right on top of the valve cover. You can see exactly where it's been leaking. So I bought a brand new one of these in chrome, and well, we done broke it. Here's our new chrome one. It don't look broke now, but literally, bam, that came right out. I guess that's what you get for probably cheap Chinese parts. It's literally just pressed in there barely. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna try and hopefully save some of this foam, but what we're gonna do, we're gonna take that guy, put him back in place, put a couple small tack welds on it, and that'll locate that and won't come back out, so we can put our new hose on there and have no more leaks on our valve cover. And then we're going to clean the engine up and probably take her out for a drive. So stay tuned. There you go. Now it's secured. Just itty bitty tack welds, nothing super fancy, not prettiest. But see, they're also covered up, so you can't see them. But now that piece ain't coming off. We got the hose clamp just to keep leakage down. So we're going to clean up the engine, get it looking nice and pretty again, and then we are going to get this baby put on. So here I'm going to show you how to clean your engine bay. You grab your can of brake clean, you just spray the shit out of it. Also make sure you have just previously run your engine so your headers are nice and hot. That way you can breathe in all the good chlorinated goodness that comes from heated brake cleaner. You know, you gotta do this right if you're gonna do it. You just want to make sure you use about a full can, cleaning everything. Make sure you peel up all that old paint that someone just painted over the old paint and grease with. That way it looks even better. You know, car ain't pretty, so why would you even have paint on the daggone engine? Make sure we put this spark plug wire back in this loom. There we go, so that other one can come out. There we go. We just want to get this all out of these here fins, because you know you got to have clean fins in your valve covers, because that's where your horsepower is really stored, is in your valve covers. You ain't got a fast engine unless you've got really nice aluminum valve covers or chrome. You know, it's all about your dress-up kit, not so much about your carburetor, your camshaft, or your cylinder heads. It's all about all the other stuff. And the amount of grease on your engine is exactly proportionate to the horsepower you'll make. Of course, this engine, we don't want to make a lot of horsepower, so we don't want a whole lot of grease. We don't want to blow nothing up, so we're going to get most of this old oil and grease knocked off the engine block again for like the 5th time. Yeah, so you know, your engine's making a lot of power when you're producing that kind of shit. Alright, all the nonsense aside, let's get back to work. Good song playing. So here we go. Look at that. We gave ourselves a nice little rattle can rebuild real fast. Don't mind the chunks of paint that didn't come off. But yeah, we got the valve covers cleaned up, got the air cleaner put back on. Everything's rehooked up. We're using this blue silicone hose, which is all we got. Actually kind of expensive shit. It's all we got to use, so we're going to use it. Yeah, there's the Javelin's original high performance 343 10.2 to 1 engine. Never been rebuilt. In fact, when I put the torquer intake on it, it had the original valley pan underneath of it. And I put the 650 double pumper Holly on there just because I'm not an Edelbrock guy or a Carter guy, and not much for Street Demons on the car because the tunability isn't there, but there's still a damn good carburetor. Getting about 14 miles a gallon out of this baby with headers and XL dual point distributor. Had a couple guys that wanted more video stuff on the Javelin in my satellite because there's a lot on Jezebel. Yeah, that's as far as the rust really goes. You know, that ugliness. It's got torque thrust style wheels that are vintage on it right now. I have all 4 original black steel wheels that are 14s with the little AMC dog dish hubcaps that the car had originally. Okay, let's give you a real nice in-depth look. So when I got the car, that's how the seats looked. That is not the original fabric. The original fabric is underneath this, and it's tore as well. It is called Tahitian basket weave, and you cannot buy it as reproduction. Oh shit, I could have showed you in the back seat. Yeah, it's got that cool checkered pattern. All of the seats need redone. It needs a headliner. Luckily, AMC's headliner is this fiberglass piece, so you can literally just lay some vinyl up in there and glue it up, which is something we've talked about doing since the day I bought the car. You see how far we've gotten, but as far as the door panels go, they're all in really good shape. The car is really dirty. I haven't cleaned it in a while, but it's an original 4-speed car, inland shifter, which is, you know, some people love, some people hate them. I'm in the middle of the road. I guess really nobody likes them. This is an extremely small car. I'm 6 foot tall, and I look like a gorilla in it. What's funny is when AMC was advertising this car, they said it had more legroom than a Mustang. Yeah, I don't think so. Don't mind the junk back there. Everything works in this car, surprisingly. I mean, even the AM radio, but I don't ever use it. There is not a good AM station anywhere here in Kansas as far as I've seen. But yeah, you can see how many miles are on the car just by looking at that clutch pedal. There's like, the pad is still there, but there's like no pattern. Right now the car's reading 59,000. I spoke to the original owner. I'm the second owner of this car, and he believes he's got probably over 200,000 because he drove this car everywhere. And he actually doesn't live too far from me. I've always wanted to make a road trip up to him, but never have. Kind of sucks. The story I got with this car, I checked my hair in the mirror. It's like an X-drag car. It was used by a local dealership for an 8th mile racing back in the day for a very short period of time. It was a Dodge dealership, and like I said, short period of time. And the original owner, who I will not name in this video for purposes that I don't think would be real cool. Let me see, make sure I've got good lighting. So he bought the car, I believe, when he was 21 or 22. He was the same age I was, or I was the same age he was when he bought this car brand new. And that was super cool to me. The car came with a whole bunch of NOS parts, original owner's book, a bunch of time slips, and a bunch of shit like that. An original Maori dual point rev pull distributor in the box. Very low miles. I'm pretty sure that's what they ran at the drag strip with it. They had old travel maps in it and all sorts of things. The guy used to just take this car everywhere. And I think I took everything out of the glove box. No, I put it all back in. The glove boxes in these cars open really funky. They're a pain in the ass. So if we can get this out without hurting it. This is the original American Motors owner's manual, pretty much. Well, owner's booklet. The owner's manual is actually inside, but option book, all the different options you could order. Of course, this car was not optioned with any amenities. This car was given the biggest engine at the time, which was the 343. The 390 didn't come out till late 68. This is an early 69 car. And a 4-speed, power disc brakes, and that kind of stuff. I'm going to cover up the original owner's name, but here's the original owner's card. So yeah, that belonged to the original owner. Whole bunch of just old insurance cards which have his name on it and his wife's name. So there's those, and you know, it's nothing super extravagant. I also have an original copy of the original title, which is right here. I'm not going to open that up because I don't want to reveal the dude's name. I'm sure he wouldn't care, but I'm not going to do it anyways. But yeah, this car is just so cool to own, being a 2-owner car, and just the way everything worked out. I love this little car. It's never let me down. In fact, if I got to go someplace long distance before I had my Magnum, I would take this, because I knew the American Motors quality. Well, I didn't know it. I just trusted it more than Dodge, Plymouth, or Chrysler. Well, because this car being a 2-owner, there haven't been a bunch of fucking horrible owners who have just like trashed this car. It's just been driven most of its life. So I really like this car, and now we're going to start her up for you and let you listen to her idle, and hopefully someday when I've got an extra camera person, we'll go do a driving video in this and my other two. So let's get her started. So just to show you in good faith, I had the car running just a little bit ago, so of course going to start easy, but even on the coldest winter day, even with the Holly. And of course now it doesn't start on the first go. Had to add a little tack because it didn't have a tack. No tack option yet. Idle's at about 600 to 800 depending on the weather. Of course, it's still cold. I didn't let the car warm up, so once it gets up to temperature, it's idling a little better. As you can see, there's disc brakes, 4-piston caliper, I believe. Side exhaust, which we added because this thing had some horrible exhaust through passing all the car out as emissions crap. Added the Mark Donahue spoiler just because. Just needed something, and everybody loves AMC Javelin sticker. A really solid car, a car I need to take better care of and get to cleaning and waxing, but I just really like this car. Another cool little thing, 68 Javelin script right there in the grill. 69, it was a bullseye right about there. Of course, my grill is broken. They always are. But hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Take care. Bye.